What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more George Kranz after a while. As always, shout out to Han Solo for sharing this and much else. We're going back to his first proper album, 1984, My Rhythm, and the opening tune is Your Touch. It sounds not only sensual and tactile, but the implication, or at least as I read it, is affection, intimacy, someone whose touch has a certain sensation or a certain feeling for the recipient, and therefore it sounds romantic. Obviously, it could go in a different direction. It could be a touch of death, or a touch that is harmful or deleterious in some way. Let's see what I can catch on the first listen. This is George Kranz, his opening album, My Rhythm, and it's the first track, Your Touch. Bit of that mid-80s pop funk feel. I like the guitar. It's German? It's a demand.
Give me your touch.
Bit of rasp. But was that opening part English too? It didn't sound like it.
Fast wie Seide, viel, viel weicher. Fast wie Seide.
That's not English.
Deine Haut, es gab keinen Kommen. Ich will da nie mehr raus, nie mehr raus. Nie mehr raus. Leise Bettenlauf, die Spannung steigt und du weißt, ich geb niemals auf. And that's why I want to touch your touch. Give me your touch. Come on, your touch. All I want is your touch. Your
That's
touch,
right.
your touch. All I want is your touch. Your touch, your touch. All I want is your touch.
The Sonics, they sound insistent, they seem similar to the sentiment, just give me that, I need that.
Your touch, your touch. Give me your touch. Your touch, your touch. Come on, give me your touch. Your touch, your touch. All I want is your touch. Your touch. All I want is your touch.
That keyboard rising chord, it sounded a bit Newman/Two-Boy Army, but generally speaking, it's another one. I've reacted to, what was it? It was an Alison Moyet tune earlier, which was very or no wait, it wasn't an Allison Way tune. It was Kim Fields, but it was very mid '80s synth pop meets funk. This definitely had that feel. His vocals sound very different. Now, Sticky Drusen, the album I went through before this, as Han Solo noted, I didn't really start it in the right order, but that was '95. This is '84, so it's more than a decade earlier. I get his voice isn't going to sound identical, but it sounded way raspier and scratchier here than in most of the tunes I've heard from him so far. Also, it was more of a regular tune in that there weren't vocal parts taking the place of what would normally be instruments. It was a track where the vocals were more standard, let's say. And yeah, I like the guitar work. I did enjoy the bass lick, like right at the end of each bar. And yeah, it definitely had that, like I said, synth pop meets funk mid-'80s type of feel. The lyrics were interesting in that it sounded very demanding at times, and we're back. So yeah, the end of that one got cut off, but I was essentially trying to say that the lyrics were intriguing to me in that it sounded like it was a forceful plea, but it was still a request. It was still very much up in the air whether he was going to get that touch, but he was quite adamant that that's all he needs, that's all he wants. So yeah, it sounds desirous of intimacy, but perhaps, the nature of the plea suggests there's some impasse, there's some barrier to him receiving it. So either way, an intriguing tune, and definitely one that is different from what I remember from most of the Sticky Drusen albums. So be curious to hear, how normal or how Kranz-ish this album is overall. So once again, shout out to Han Solo. Let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Peace.